born in Utah. She was the eldest of 5 children. After she graduated from high school, she attended the Utah State University, where she majored in accounting, but she dropped out before completing her degree. It was in college where she met Kevin Franke. They got married on December 28th of 2000. They are both followers of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Between the years of 2003 and 2010, Ruby gave birth to 6 of their children. Their first child was Shari, born in 2003. Then in 2005, they had Chad. 2007 was Abby. 2009 was Julie. 2011, Russell. And 2013 was Eve. Kevin had earned a PhD and was working as an assistant professor in civil engineering at Brigham Young University. If you haven't heard of that university, it is a Mormon school. Now, Ruby and Kevin launched a family YouTube channel called 8 Passengers, clearly because there were 8 of them, 6 kids and 2 adults. And this was in 2015. The channel followed the lives of them and their 6 children. It focused on their parenting styles and the children's upbringing and discipline. And it was extremely popular. It got to about 2.3 million subscribers. Not everyone loved them. I mean, people were very interested in watching their lives, but a lot of people were disturbed by what they were watching, in truth. In the spring of 2020, several videos led to criticism from the audience and allegations of child abuse. In one clip, the 15-year-old son said that he had been sleeping on a beanbag chair for months after his bedroom was taken away. And the story behind that, as I understand it, is that he had played a little prank on his younger brother. He had woken him up and said, "Come on, we're going to Disneyland or Disney World." And the kid was really excited, and it was a prank. So Ruby was so angry at this that the punishment was he lost his bedroom for 7 months, I believe. And he wound up sleeping on a beanbag. So that was one story. And then there was another episode that the viewers were very upset about, when the 6-year-old daughter went to school one day without any lunch, and the teacher called Ruby to let her know, and Ruby said that it had been the job of the 6-year-old to make her own lunch and bring her own lunch, and if she didn't have it, then she very strong soul, because most of us are not even willing to consider not having our children in our lives, and I hope that you'll reconsider. Police were called after Ruby Frank's 12-year-old son climbed out of a window of Jody Hildebrandt's home and ran to a neighbor's home. This was on about August 30th, 2023. Now, it is unclear as to why the children were staying in Jody's house instead of their own. The child knocked on the door of the neighbor's house, asking for food and water. The neighbor saw duct tape on the child's wrists and ankles, and they called the police. Officers reported that the 12-year-old looked severely malnourished and had multiple wounds. The child was hospitalized due to, quote, deep lacerations from being tied up with rope and malnourishment, end quote. So the police searched Jody's home, where they found a 10-year-old in similar condition to the 12-year-old, and she at first refused care but eventually agreed. She was treated at the hospital, where it was determined that she was malnourished. There were a total of 4 minors in the home, and they were all taken into the custody of the Division of Child and Family Services. And during the search of the home, quote, evidence was located consistent with the markings found on the juvenile, end quote. Ruby had been seen on a YouTube video filmed at Jody's house before the incident, which, quote, adds to Miss Frank being present in the home and having knowledge of the abuse, malnourishment, and neglect, end quote. And police determined that Jody was in direct care of the children and knew of the abuse. Jody said to the police that the children should, quote, never be allowed any other kids, end quote, adding to the police's opinion that she was aware of the abuse. Now, I'm trying to figure out what she means by that. That the children should never be allowed around any other kids. Was she saying these kids are so wild, they shouldn't be let around other kids? What was she saying? Anyway, on August 30th, 2023, Ruby, Frank, and Jody Hildebrandt were arrested. They are being held without bail, and they have been charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse. They face up to 15 years for each count if found guilty, and they could be fined has been a big day. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy." End quote. Ruby's 3 sisters, who are also family influencers, shared a joint Instagram post saying that her arrest, quote, needed to happen. They said, quote, "For the past 3 years, she would just knock on your door and say, "Hi, can your kids play?" And we're like, "Well, they're at school. They won't be home for 3 or 4 hours." And she'd be like, "I'll wait. She's like this lost child," end quote. Another neighbor said that she and others in the community had tried to get authorities to intervene for at least a year. She and the others in the neighborhood had asked the Utah Division of Child and Family Services to intervene multiple times, but nothing came of it. And that is the case. What are your thoughts? I will tell you some of mine. First of all, my heart goes out to all 6 of the Franke children for what they have been through. I hope that the 4 minors get to stay together and that they find unconditional love and support in their new home. I hope that they all find a way to cope with what has happened and that they go on to lead healthy and happy lives in the future. Now, what can I say about Ruby? I find it extremely ironic, as I'm sure everyone does, that a woman who was out there talking about how to raise your children, how to be a good parent, that she is now charged with child abuse. We don't even know the full extent of what has gone on here. I believe that more details will come as time goes on, and we will have to wait and see. But it is just so difficult for me to imagine how a mother of 6 beautiful children could inflict so much suffering on her children and post some of it on her channel, which states that she doesn't even think it's wrong. And if that is what she posted, what was going on that wasn't posted? That's what I'm wondering. And I'm sure so many of us are saying, what is up with the authorities? How many people have to come forward about abuse for something to happen? What were they waiting for? What happened there? I really don't know. I could only guess. The people on the internet who were viewers, maybe the police looked at that like, or the authorities yet he allowed that kind of extreme parenting to go on. Now, I don't know for sure why the two of them got separated, and I don't really want to guess. In truth, I do not know enough about Kevin, about his personality, about